What I'm here to talk to you today about is ladder accidents and ladder safety and what you need to know. Hi, my name is Stephen Murphy, and I'm one of the partners here at Block O'Toole & Murphy, a firm that specializes in helping injured construction workers. But what happens if you're a construction worker and you're working at a site and you're involved in a ladder accident? What do you need to know? The first thing, and the most important thing, is if you're hurt, you got to make sure that you get medical attention. The most important reason to seek medical treatment, as far as legally, is to make sure that your complaints, your injuries are documented. There's so many instances where construction workers, who are by nature a tough group of people, they try to rough it, they try to get through it, they try to endure the pain, and they'll go home, they won't go to the doctor, they won't go to the hospital, and a week will go by, 10 days will go by, and it only gets worse. Now what they do then is they go seek medical treatment, and the other side, in your case, will later try to seize on that and say, well, you weren't really that hurt. You didn't go to the doctor right away. And they're using this as a sword against you. But they don't know what you went through in that week to 10 days. They don't know that you sat on a couch all day because you had crippling back pain. They don't know that you didn't sleep all night because of the pain that was shooting from your head into your neck, into your shoulders. They don't know about the headaches. So being a tough guy, while maybe admirable in life, it doesn't do you any good in terms of documenting your injuries and making sure that the medical professionals have a chance to address what you need them to take care of. So going to a doctor, going to the hospital has a multitude of benefits. A, you get taken care of medically. B, you're able to document your injuries, and you thwart any attempts by the other side to say or suggest that you're not really hurt when you fell off that ladder. Now, once you decide or make a determination on what the appropriate medical treatment you should seek, what other steps are important for you as a ladder fall victim? Well, you want to make sure that to the extent you can do this, report your accident to your supervisor or to a boss. Make sure that there's an incident report created. Now, why is that important? Well, down the road, someone's going to say, what happened? And your word, even if you're the most believable person in the world, may not be good enough for them to accept. So having a contemporaneous, a report that's generated close in time to your accident will help support what you claim happened. It'll allow you to document your version of events and what complaints you have. It'll also permit you perhaps to document people who saw what happened, witnesses, and that can be critical in your ladder case down the road. Having someone who can support what you say happened and verify that the circumstances as you've described them are 100% accurate is an invaluable asset to your case. So after you've sought medical attention, after you've had an incident report that's been memorialized, what other concerns might you have if you're a ladder fall victim? Well, you want to make sure that you meet up with and retain an aggressive and experienced workers' compensation law firm so that you can start receiving workers' compensation benefits. Now, what's workers' compensation? Well, in New York, it's an agreement that's been reached where workers who are injured during their work are entitled to workers' compensation benefits. It's not something that entitles them to bring a lawsuit necessarily, but they can have a portion of their lost wages repaid and have their reasonable medical expenses covered by workers' compensation. So it's important to you as an injured worker who's had a ladder fall to make sure that you initiate a workers' compensation claim. And the best way to do that is by having an experienced workers' compensation firm on your side. Now, if you have a workers' compensation case, people will sometimes say, well, can I bring a lawsuit? Well, you can't sue your employer in New York State for the most part. But what you can do is you can hire a law firm to evaluate whether you have a third-party lawsuit. That means, is there someone independent of your employer who's legally responsible for job site safety as a result of your ladder fall. Now, generally speaking, if you're a construction worker and you have a ladder fall accident, there's likely to be a general contractor and a property owner who are legally responsible for job site safety. So if you have a ladder fall, what you really want to do is, after going through those initial 3 steps, is make sure you speak to an attorney who has experience handling construction accidents, and more specifically, ladder fall cases, and have them evaluate whether you have an independent lawsuit that you can bring against someone other than your employer. Workers' compensation is great for covering your lost wages while you're out of work. Workers' compensation is also terrific to make sure that you have your reasonable and necessary medical expenses covered. But what if you can never go back to work? What if you have permanent injuries? You want to have the right law firm to help you in your ladder fall case. At Blocko, Toole & Murphy, we have a long and proud history of representing ladder fall victims. You can reach us at 212-736-5300 or learn more about our law firm at www.blockblockOtoole.com.